안녕하세요 여러분, Hallyu.
Hey y'all, I'm Shamra and I'm here with my girl Sabrina, and we are Hallyu Reviews, two Americans who are swept up in the Korean wave as it reaches across the globe. We have a love of all Korean music. We're reacting to ATEEZ, but this is supposed to be their dance covers of like several different groups and things of that nature, right?
Yes,
if I'm correct.
Basically, that's a good way of summarizing it. It came as a viewer recommendation, and what it is yes, sarane. We know that ATEEZ is known for their performance, and that
It's true.
they've got very skilled dancers in their group. But we've commented before how they have different styles.
Ooh, yes,
That's
also
a big
true.
part of ATEEZ. And so Dingo has divided them. This is not a very long video. It's like 4 minutes, not quite 4 minutes. But basically, these guys have done lots of dance covers all through, like from before they debuted even up until like now. They're still doing dance covers.
That's true.
But this is comparing, like, we refer to them as Usan, so it's Wooyoung and San together, who are the sexy dancers of ATEEZ, and and Mingi, who are the powerful dancers of ATEEZ. So all four great dancers in their own right. I think technically now San is considered a main dancer. Originally it was Mingi and Wooyoung, and so to have San now, it's kind of like the four main dancers dancing together. You see their different styles. It's great. So they are dancing to like BTS, NCT, WANNAONE, I think, and you get to see a little bit of like just the sexy versus the powerful and like little snippets.
Well, and Yoonho and Mingi met through dance, right?
They
Like
did.
at a dance studio or something.
They were at like a dance academy together, and so they have a relationship that predates even their trainee days.
Oh, that's so cool.
I could be wrong though. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
So,
correct us if we're wrong, because we want to know, like we're curious. But again, like this is how wide like our Korean like knowledge and culture like spreads. Like we know a lot of things, and so sometimes we get them right, sometimes we get them wrong. But we're really interested, like genuinely curious in all of it.
Very true. Very true. So anyway, this is just a quick look at some of their dancing abilities, and it's pretty early in their career, but you can really see how talented they all are, and just imagine how much more talented they've become since then. So it's
I don't
pretty
think
incredible.
anything is as good as San doing Imagine Dragons cover.
That was really cool, but it's a very different style of dancing.
Oh yes, but
Then
he
say,
brings in the
Mingi.
sexy, like the
He does.
sensualness.
He really does. But he's known in this one for the sexy, so it makes sense.
Here we go. I mean, that's not fair. That song in general is very like, I feel like
It's very sexy. Song.
Ooh. Oh.
Now,
Why is it your shirt?
No, why are they pulling away or like not allowing you to see more of it? They're probably too young.
Oh God, the way they're just looking at each other is so like. I love that they have matching tattoos. Like, oh.
And I know Wooyoung is a big fan of Jimin in particular from BTS. I love this setting.
I do. It's so cool.
But you can just see, like, both groups are powerful in their own way, but like this is a lot of power versus like the sexiness we just saw.
But again, the song is like different. Like, I wish they were doing the same song.
It's true.
This is a powerful song.
It
It's got
is.
powerful moves. You watch BTS perform it; they're very like
They
strict
literally
and, like,
shake
cut
the
and-
stage
yes.
when they do it.
they're so cute. This is another like sexy song.
I love this setting as well. I don't think I've heard this one.
Yes. Ooh,
What's it called? Baby Don't Stop?
Baby Don't Stop. This is on my playlist.
There's a craft steak. Like, where did they film this? Boss.
Oh,
This one's awesome. And they're doing this on stairs.
could you imagine just being one of those people watching like right now, like
How much like eye contact, makes with the camera is pretty crazy. That's in Vegas.
Look at that footwork. Oh, go down just a little bit.
So I agree with you. I think that I would have liked to have seen them do the same songs to really get that comparison.
Yes.
But I see where they were going with this kind of like trying to show the sexy versus the powerful. I do think that San and Wooyoung, Wooyoung was in charge of sexiness, sexy dance, whatever you call it, when the group first debuted. He actually says he regrets that because then it was like he had to always be like, sexy, and he liked being cute some of the time. So he was like, yeah, when you tell everyone you're the sexy one, like their expectations are really high.
A little bit.
It backfires a little bit. But like so many people have said with like San, he started out, I've heard Jungho say that they had like a superior dance group and an inferior dance group, and San started out in the inferior.
Aww.
It was like remedial dance. But now San, like so many people will say, like he's just so impressive. Like he and Hongjun, like their facials, I think are really like incredible. Like they really just... you feel the emotion. I feel like you feel the emotion with all of ATEEZ. Like that's one of the things that's so powerful about them. But if you had to pick like two that are really show up in their face, like I think it's Hongjun and San. Like they really just perform like the crap out of whatever it is they're doing. So he's just really powerful to watch.
Well, and with this recent like European tour, like I've seen so many clips where like they'll be dancing, but then San will go into like dance mode. Like it's like a switch almost, and like you see him and Hongjun like really like woo flip it over, and I think that's why they're some of the two members of the Demon Line, because they flip that switch and it's like whoa.
Yeah. But I think it's cute that San started out not knowing much about dance, and then he credits, and Mingi for teaching him everything that he knows.
Aww.
But then obviously he has a different style, and that I love that they love that in him. That it wasn't like, no, you've got to do it like we do it. It was, your way is awesome. Like you do more.
Well, and he also helped. It wasn't work. Was it bouncy? Which behind the scenes did we watch where they were choreographing one of their productions, and he was actually credited with helping to choreograph it? Like,
which one did Jay Blaze choreograph?
That's the one, because that's the video we watched. Yeah, was it work?
I think it was work.
Was it work? I just remember me commenting on like how like tough the body movements were, but how fluid they made it look.
I know that Mingi are choreographers in their own right. I've seen it on their older, like when they were KQ Fellas and stuff, they would be given like missions where they'd have to like, when they did EXO's Growl.
Yes.
So the first...
But that's another very sexy song.
Very true. We've done it because I had to ask you because I didn't know, but I now know. The first verse, they do it exactly like EXO.
Yes, but then they switched it.
And then the second verse, they had to come up in 24 hours. They had to not only learn EXO's first verse, but they had to choreograph and learn their own choreography to the second one. And the way this was on Codename is ATEEZ.
Yes.
And they they divide it all up. Like Songhwa and Yosang are like in charge of formations, and Wooyoung has to teach everyone the first verse because he's the most familiar with that one, and and Mingi choreograph the second verse and teach they just work together so well as a team in 24 hours. They don't sleep. They literally stay up all night. They work this, they get it, the group comes in the next morning and they have to perform it for them, and it's like, I'm surprised they're standing up. Like they've barely had anything to eat. They haven't had anything, like any sleep. But my point is that they were all having some role in the choreography somehow. And so it was really amazing, like seeing how talented they were and how quickly they put it together. They got a lot of compliments from the choreographers who were like, there is no way I could have done this in 24 hours. And I'm a professional choreographer.
They're so talented.
Really are. So I mean, they have so much talent.
Well, and I love that whole 8 makes 1 team, because they really are a team, and they do a lot of team building activities, but when they come together as a team, they're so much stronger.
And they really embrace that.
They do.
It's part of their identity, that 8 makes 1 team. I mean, other groups say, come and get it or whatever. They all have like their little slogans, but from the beginning, it's been 8 makes 1 team. And even when Mingi was on hiatus, would do their little foot movement. He would use both his feet so that there would be 8 feet moving. Aww. So it's just the sweetest thing.
So sweet.
Very sweet. So if you are fans of ATEEZ like we are, and you're enjoying checking out their dance compilations or challenges, loving all of Yuno's challenges recently in particular, we are hoping that we get to see a sticky challenge maybe sometime soon from someone in the group, because we haven't seen any of those. But yeah, we just love taking a look at all of the things that they do. They're just constantly putting out content. And what?
In gray sweatpants, hopefully. Maybe, but I'm just saying.
We've seen him in gray sweatpants in one, but it wasn't sticky, so
It wasn't sticky.
I have no objections to however he wants to do it. Oh,
Okay.
Juhoney doing it.
Oh,
Juhoney. We're so glad to see Juhoney back. But anyway, make sure you like and subscribe down below so you can see all of our ATEEZ content as it's coming out. Give us recommendations. What would you like to take a look at next? We're having a lot of fun looking at the Wantees, the logbooks, all the things. But we're also enjoying taking a look at like fan-made videos and stuff. So if you have any guides or a fan-made video that you particularly enjoy and you think we should take a look at, let us know in the comment section. And if you enjoy dramas,
make sure you check out Hallyu Views, where we tell you which dramas to watch, must watch, or completely skip, y'all. Save the trauma of a bad drama. And if you're not following us on all our social medias, you're really missing out. Until next time, annyeong.